All right, Algebra 1A students. Welcome to part 1 of lesson 5.5. In this video, we'll be looking at a new form of linear equations, our final of 3 forms of linear equations, called standard form. Okay, called standard form. In this lesson, we're going to learn how to graph a line using what are called the intercepts. Okay, we've already talked before about what a y-intercept is, right? A y-intercept is where my line crosses this y-axis here. So it would be a point like this that's right on that y-axis. That's called a y-intercept, okay? In this section, we're also going to learn about x-intercepts, which is exactly the same idea, except that's a point that crosses the x-axis, or where my line crosses that x-axis, the left and right one, is called the x-intercept. Okay, it's the x-coordinate of a point where the graph crosses the x-axis. One form of a linear equation called standard form allows you to find the intercepts, both of them, very quickly. Okay, so that's what we're going to use this form to do. We're going to use the form standard form to draw the graph using the intercepts because we can find them so very quickly. Okay, the standard form looks like this. It's the only one where x and y are on the same side of the equal sign. A, B, and C are all just numbers here. So ax plus by equals c. Some number times x plus some number times y equals a number. For example, this equation right here, okay? 3x plus 4y equals 24. This is in what is called standard form of a linear equation. Okay, standard form is a number times x plus a number times y equals another number. 3x plus 4y equals 24. Okay. In order to find the intercepts of a graph from standard form, it's actually pretty simple. Okay. The first step, if I want to find the x-intercept, I put 0 where the y value is, because at the x-intercept, my y value will be 0, I promise. So what ends up happening is when I put y in for 0, I get this. 3x plus 4 times 0 equals 24. Well, 4 times 0 is really nothing. So this 4 times 0 is like not even there. So the only thing that's left then is 3x equals 24. And then I can solve for x pretty easily. Divide both sides by 3, and I get that x is equal to 8. So that is my x-intercept. My x-intercept is x equals 8. Okay? Now, in order to find the y-intercept, which I also want to do, I want to find the x and y, I just put a 0 in where the x is. So to find the x, I put 0 in for y. To find y, I put 0 in for x. When I put 0 in for x, my equation says this. 3 times 0 plus 4y equals 24. Okay. Now 3 times 0 ends up being nothing, so that goes away. And the only thing I'm left with then is 4y equals 24. Dividing both sides by 4 to find my y leads me pretty quickly to this. Y equals 6. Okay? So I've now found my x-intercept. This is my x-intercept. And this is my y-intercept. Okay, x-intercept, y-intercept just comes from replacing the other variable with a 0 and basically making that part of the equation go away, and solve the rest by simply dividing. Quick and easy. Put 0 in, get rid of that, divide by the number on the variable, and you have your intercept. Okay, I'd like you to try this. These two problems here. Find me the x and y intercepts of both of these equations. Notice in letter A, this one is a minus 6. It's a negative, so the y will be a negative number then. Okay? So take a look at that for a couple minutes, then come on back and I'll show you what we should have. Okay, in letter A, your x should end up being 12. 60 divided by 5. Your y should be negative 10. And in part B, x should be 4, and y should be 12 divided by 8, which is 3 over 2, or 1.5. 1.5. Okay? So hopefully finding the intercepts is pretty easy for you. It's okay. That leads us right into finding the graph of these. Graphing an equation using the intercepts is quite easy. I'm going to use this example, the graph of 2x plus 5y equals 20. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to first find my two intercepts. Okay, my x-intercept and my y-intercept. Now, in order to find my x-intercept, remember, I need to put 0 in for the y. So that's going to say 2x plus 5 times 0 equals 20. 5 times 0 goes away. I'm left with just 2x equals 20. And then x equals 10 pretty easily. Okay, now on the graph, what this point right here means is I need to put a point on my x-axis at positive 10, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right out here. All the way out here. I need to put a point there. That is my x-intercept. X equals 10. Okay? I can do the exact same thing for my y by putting a 0 where the x is. 2 times 0 plus 5 times y equals 20. 2 times 0 is going to go away. I'm left with 5y equals 20. Divide both sides by 5, I get y equals 4. Y equals 4. Okay, so what this point right here tells me, what that y equals 4 tells me, is that on my y-axis, on my up and down axis, I need to go to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's my y-intercept, and I can create that point right there pretty quickly and easily from that intercept. Okay? Now, to graph this line, all I have to do is connect this point to this point. Okay? I will extend them a little bit each direction and put some arrows on the end. Arrow here, and that is it. Okay? That's it. I'm done. I've actually graphed that equation. Now I only need those 2 points. I never needed a slope. All I needed was my x-intercept and my y-intercept. And I found those by putting 0 in for one variable and solving for the other. Once I had my intercepts, I graphed, and then I connected those 2 points, put some arrows on the end, and I was finished. If you have questions about finding the x or y-intercept of a standard form equation, or how to make a graph from those intercepts, please make a note to ask me in class tomorrow. Otherwise, that's all I have for you. Have a wonderful night.